Hello and welcome to another episode in my Mortal Realms series. And in this episode, we're going to have a look at the first set of rules we get in issue 1 on how to play. So stay tuned. So before we get started, just some quick announcements. First of all, if you haven't noticed, I am now officially part of the Chilling Wargamers group. So go check them out. I'll put links in the description below. It's a fantastic group and we collaborate. We put all of our talents together, pool it together, and we bring out amazing content full of hobby goodiness. So anything from brushes to building your own terrain, painting tutorials, reviews on new miniatures, doesn't matter where it comes from, it's there. So go check that out. Secondly, if you haven't subscribed to this channel already, then make sure you click that subscribe button and the bell icon next to it so you get notifications whenever I upload any more videos for the Mortal Realms and for the Conquest series. And then lastly, I am looking for a bit of help funding the channel at the moment. Having the 2 subscriptions running at the same time is a bit costly, and unfortunately, I'll put a picture here, part of my equipment is broken and it's a long way until payday. So if you lot can be generous, if you do have like a few pennies, a quid, whatever, anything helps. Yeah, I would appreciate it so much, and I'll give full props in the next video as well if I do get any donations. So please follow those links down below in the description for my Patreon and my PayPal, so you can make donations or subscribe. And yeah, thank you in advance, because it really does mean a lot to me. Now, what you've come here to see, how to use the rules in the first issue of Mortal Realms. So let's get to it. So the scenario starts with Anastasia Starstrike and her band of secretors who have been sent to secure the ruins of an ancient temple. Ahead lie the broken remains of the structure, surrounded on all sides by shattered headstones, ruined tombs, and forgotten barrows. As the secretors step foot upon the temple floor, the dead rise. A chain rasp horde rises from the tombstones, chains rattling as they descend upon the secretors. Alright, so what you'll need, you're going to need your battle map, you're going to need the range ruler, the 6 dice that are included, and then you're also going to need your constructed secretors and 10 chain rasps. Now if you want to know how to build those properly, there's a link up there to the video that I've done before. Once you've got your pieces together, you then set the models on the specific spots, the secretors being on the larger rings and the chain rasps being on the smaller rings. Then you decide between you and a friend who will be which side. If you can't decide, you can always just flip a coin or roll a dice, and whoever rolls the highest gets to choose. Now, to the rules. First of all, the secretors get to go first, because they're the ones entering the scenario. So before you can attack, you have to do a move called a pile-in. Now this is normally after you've done the marching and shooting and everything like that, but we're just focusing on the mechanics of attacking. A pile-in is a 3-inch move that your models can do towards the nearest enemy unit. First of all, you want to measure with your range ruler, starting from the front of the model's base and end it with the front of the model's base at 3 inches or less, depending on how close the enemy model is. Once you have made base contact, you then get to pick up your dice to attack. The secretors get 2 attacks, so you represent that with 2 dice. With those dice, you want to make a roll. To determine how much you need to roll on those dice, you look on your page. It says here you need a 3+ to hit. That means anything but a 1 or a 2 will hit the enemy. So 3, 4, 5 or 6. Once you've rolled those dice, remove the dice that did not meet that criteria, so the 1s and the 2s. You then count how many of those rolls were successful. For each successful roll, you remove one chain rasp from the board. Now that the Sequitors have finished attacking, it's now the chain rasp's turn. So again, you pile in, measuring the 3 inches from the front of each model to the closest enemy model. Don't worry if the model doesn't reach base contact with the enemy model, as long as you've made the 3-inch move. Then for each model that's in base contact with Sequitors, the chain rasps get 2 attacks. So you'll need 2 dice for each one. Now don't worry if you don't have enough dice. You can always roll some extra dice later on. The chain rasps might have the numbers, but they're not as skilled as the Sequitors, and that is shown by their hit characteristic, which is a 4+. So a 1, 2 and 3 will miss, but a 4, 5 and 6 will be a successful hit. Sequitors are a lot tougher than the chain rasps, and this is represented on how many hits you need to make in order to remove a model. In this case, it's 2. So for every 2 successful hits you make, you remove 1 Sequitor from the board. And there you have it. That's the basics of attacking. And now you just carry on playing until one side is left on the board. You can also mix this up and play it as many times as you like by swapping sides. In the future, we will be learning a lot more about the mechanics of attacking, such as armor saves, rolls to wound, and special abilities. So I hope you found this video helpful, and if you got any comments or suggestions, leave them in the comments below. Again, please make sure that you are subscribed, and again, any donations will be massively welcomed and thanked openly and publicly. So, until the next issue is out, I'll see you then.